Now you might be asking, okay, we got that there's a problem. What do we do about it? And here is where things get tricky, because it depends on what you mean by we. We as society or we as individuals, because these are two very different things and one does not automatically transfer to the other. I'll start with society. If we want to change the trajectory we are on, there are two things that need to be done. The first is we've got to stop the criminal activity of stealing purchasing power from ordinary people through money printing. Every time the central bank creates a new dollar or euro or pound or whatever, the value of the savings in the bank account of my mother and your uncle go down, because the ordinary people mainly work for fixed wages and save money in a bank. At the same time, when that happens, assets like real estate, gold, or stocks go up in value to reflect the newly created money. As a result, the average people are gutted while the very rich get richer. Now, luckily for us in the world we live in, you don't need to own a piece of art or a beachfront property in order to save yourself, because each and one of us can own assets for as little as $50, but more on that a bit later. Still, the vast majority of people are not educated enough to do that, and they get slaughtered through the money printing, falling further and further behind. The second thing we need to do is to vastly increase the taxes on the rich. Here's where I get in trouble for saying that. No, my friend, to you who are watching and has been hustling for a decade, have two houses, a small business making $400K a year, and a couple $100,000 in stocks, you are not rich. You are what we should refer to as upper middle class. We should leave you alone, and I'm not talking about taxing you. I'm talking about people who literally make $30 million a year from their assets for just getting out of bed, or who buy $20 million beachfront properties in the same town where there are homeless people. Because if we don't do that, you know what happens? If you ever played the game Monopoly, you should know. The more assets they have, the harder it will be for ordinary people to get out of debt, buy a house, and retire comfortably. Now, because this is more of a personal finance channel and not a political one, although I will do the occasional rant from time to time, as you can see, I'm completely aware that both of the previous solutions are unlikely to happen. So, what are we to do as individuals? Unfortunately, the only path is to work even harder, make money, and invest it properly. You either need to start a business so you can get some leverage, become more independent, and then once the business is stabilized, start investing in assets that can actually put you in the middle class category. Or if you're not the entrepreneurial type, try to get a better job, increase your income from that one, save more money, and again, you need to invest it. Invest it in what is the question? Well, the two most obvious, safe and proven assets are stocks and real estate. The problem with real estate is that it has a high barrier to entry, and besides, if you own your home, you already have big exposure to it. Although, as I said, I would not consider it an asset in your balance sheet. In my opinion, regular investment with your spare money into quality stocks and funds that can slowly grow your wealth and give you passive income is the best way for the ordinary person, and this is why I have a free masterclass that talks about that, which you can check in the description. However, I don't want to sugarcoat things here. This is a tough situation that our society is in. But until the conditions for the solutions on societal level are right, the only thing left is to fight it as individuals for ourselves and our families, and try to increase our wealth by making more money, saving it, and investing it. This is just a part of my complete presentation I did on the debt of the middle class. To check the full version, click on the video that should have appeared on your screen right now.